Okay, we just got finished with our tour in the catacombs. We went underneath this garden there, about 13 miles of lanes and caverns of the catacombs. They did not allow us to take photos inside. So now we're finished with our tour and we're headed back to our van. Okay, so we just walked through the catacombs underneath this garden. It's about 2-3 stories deep underneath the ground. Our guide said there's like 13 miles of lanes of the tombs of the Christians from the period of the 200s, 300s, 400s AD, mostly the time of the persecution of the Christian church, and Christians who were poor, slaves, buried there, unmarked graves, just a carved out hole in the side of the cavern. Some of the popes and bishops of Rome were buried there. So we were not able to take photos inside, but this is the catacombs underneath this garden. We thank God for a chance to see the beloved Christians who are buried here, reflect on history, and thank God for that. Okay, we're going down into the catacombs where they're allowing no photo, no video. So this is the only look we'll get at the catacombs here.
Luckily, that's even better. Matter of fact, the road is named after him, Appia. The ancient Romans, they called this road here Regina Viarium, or the Queen of the Roads. Okay, the what's it called? Normally, the Roman, they will build the roads, almost 1.5 meter deep. They would put a lot of rocks and stone to give a solid base for the road. They will fill in between the gaps with sand, but it's modern roads nowadays. Like Via Aurelia, built by Emperor Marcus Aurelius, going northwest. Via Flaminia, going northeast. Via Salaria, connecting the Mediterranean with the Adriatic. Via La Picana, and so on. So, this is, the only road, as I said, that still, keep its original.
Here comes a Roman general right now.
Yeah. Look at that, yeah. A Roman general is coming. He was not supposed to go on this road here, but, So some locals just to make a shortcut or something. One day you would do an underground tour to the Colosseum. You can still see the water running in these canals down there. So, and then everything after that ripples through into the river. So the river for the ancient Roman, it was, you know, to get rid of all the wet, so all the fresh water.
Bethany's here taking photos of the Appian Way. Hey, honey, we made it.
We did.
Aw.
And this road leads all the way to Jerusalem. It's a
Aw.
long walk, but if we get started now, we can make it.
Yeah, we could walk. Let's start walking to Jerusalem. Let's go.
Let's go.
A few more things that the Appian Way here is famous for that our guide told us about is the Battle of Spartacus, when Spartacus fought a rebellion, a slave rebellion against the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire put down the slaves, and Spartacus was crucified along this road, along with his slave rebellion. So they kept the bodies of Spartacus and the rebels crucified and hanging along this road for many days to remind people never to mess with Rome. Our guide said, don't mess with Rome. So that's one more thing that this Appian Way is famous for. And also this Appian Way was a road that the Crusaders walked down and marched down to go and fight the Muslims and liberate Jerusalem. And so the Pope Urban got all the Crusaders together here in Rome, and they traveled out this way to South Italy, headed towards Jerusalem. They say this road leads straight to Jerusalem as you go to South Italy.
Is one of the places that really worth a visit, you know. Still, there is the original decoration made by Emperor Constantine from the 4th century. Come on, guys, we need to go. Mamma mia. It was green and they stopped us. Yeah.
But in the pyramid.
This is the closest actually that I can get to the pyramid, yeah.
What's the name again of the person who built that pyramid?
Caio Cestia.
Chestia.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're standing in front of the Pantheon, right here in the center of Rome. This is built in the ancient times, 400 years BC, and the dome is still intact. So the other Pantheon in Greece, the dome collapsed. So this is the only Pantheon from ancient times where the dome is still intact. And when we go inside, we're going to see marble statues of the gods and the Roman gods. And so let's go check it out and see what's been preserved for 2,400 years. Right next to this Pantheon here in Rome, right inside there are the Roman gods. But they've taken an Egyptian obelisk from Egypt and transported it here. And here's an Egyptian obelisk out in front. Now our guide was telling us that there's more Egyptian obelisks in Rome than there are in all of Egypt today. This is an actual original obelisk from BC times of Egypt. So our guide was saying that there are more than 13 obelisks from Egypt, taken from Egypt, brought to Rome through the centuries, and there's very few obelisks left preserved in Egypt. So inside the Pantheon here in Rome, they say the dome is original. And so I don't know how this dome has lasted over 2,000 years, but it looks in good shape on the outside. When you look at this building, it looks in pretty bad shape, but it's held together by marble. Okay, all day long people line up to look through this keyhole. Look at this line of people waiting for the keyhole. They take a peep through the keyhole and they can see St. Peter's, Vatican Square. They can see the home of the Vatican City and the chapel. And I think the symbolism there, our guide said, was that St. Peter has the keys to the kingdom of heaven. So therefore you look through the keyhole to see St. Peter's.
It's probably like like the Trevi Fountain, the same thing. Trevi Fountain is, the ending point of an ancient aqueduct. Yeah. That was the name of that.
So overlooking the city of Rome, we're looking at the whole city of Rome from this view, and you have the Victor Emmanuel Memorial right there in the middle in the white, and then The Colosseum and the Roman Forum is to the right of that, and then to the left is, of course, that's the center of Rome, and then to the left is the north part of Rome, and you see all the cathedrals. You see the Jewish synagogue in the forefront, the dome of the Jewish synagogue there, and then you see the rest of Rome here. At the center of Rome, towards the north of Rome. That's the Supreme Court building, and then Hadrian's Castle, the northernmost boundary. That was the first line of defense to protect Rome from the north. There's a wall from that castle all the way to the Vatican City. Vatican City goes this way.